Hi, I'm back. This is weird. I haven't filmed in so long. So if you're here right now, thank you so much for tuning back in, I guess. But basically, if you missed a chapter, I moved from New York City to Australia. So I feel like some people that follow my channel might have subscribed when I was doing apartment tours and moving into my New York City apartment. And in the last year, I up and moved to Sydney. And I've sort of like left everything behind, and I'm here getting my MBA right now full time. And then previously I worked at Estee Lauder companies back in New York, so big switch. And then in the meantime, I'm also working on other projects, but I asked for some questions for this video, so I guess we can get right into it and hopefully explain my life here, and it'll be interesting. First question was just, how are you? I am great. I do not regret moving across the world at all. And I think if you're thinking about moving somewhere new, whether it be like a new city or especially a new country, 1000% do it. If you can make it work logistically, like let's say you're getting a job offer somewhere else and it's the same role you already have, I would definitely take it, because I have grown so much as a person and I met so many people. I just think about it so much almost every day on Instagram. I have someone new following me. That's someone I met like through friends of friends or at a coffee shop or at an event in the city. And it felt like when I was in New York, I was just in this bubble and I was never meeting new people, and it was just like very dull, sort of everything was always the same. So it's been amazing, and it's been hard because I'm so far away. How am I? I guess I would say I'm great, and I'm a lot happier here. So how is school going? So I mentioned I'm getting my MBA full time, so that's 4 days a week of class and then a ton of group work. It's kind of nice because I think with most MBA programs, they give you like a lot of time off, like school breaks and summer break and all that. So that's been cool because I've had time to just like work on other things, which I'll explain in a minute. But school itself is hard, and it's not really what I thought it would be, as in classes aren't super direct. It's not like, here's how to do finance. It's more like theories and thinking abstractly, and you really have to use your brain. You can't just coast through, really. It's definitely a lot of critical thinking. And so you get home from class at the end of the day and you're just like, oh my God, my brain hurts sometimes. And you're working on these group projects that are like quite intensive, and you really have to get used to working with a group a lot. Comment if you have any questions about school in general or like getting your MBA, because I feel like that's just the tip of the iceberg talking about that. But all in all, I like being back in school, but it's kind of weird. Like, I'm just not used to having homework, you know? Like, I honestly forget a lot of the time. I'm used to working that 9 to 5, but today is a Sunday and I'm like, oh shoot, I have to do like hours of homework tonight. What's your current living situation? So I'm in my room in Bondi still that I got when I first moved here, and I have other videos where you can see it a bit better, but I can see the ocean behind me if you want to see. I mean, it's super cool that I have that right there. I can literally see a boat coming by in the distance. I love living in Bondi. I love just being near the beach. I feel like you can't go wrong living in Manly, Bondi, Tamarama, Bronte, like all of the coastal towns. I know that it's very international of me, like American of me to move here, but like a lot of the Australians live closer to the city, but I don't care. I want to be near the beach. So I live with 2 girls. One is from London and one is from Canada, and we're all around the same age, and maybe I'll have them in a future video. If you want to send them any questions too, honestly, that could be fun. Maybe we'll do like a little sit down and talk about it. And then how does Sydney compare to NYC? So again, I feel like I can go on rants about all of this stuff, but Sydney's cheaper, so it's crazy because Sydney's super expensive as a city, and for most people moving over here, it's really expensive. It's hard for me. People say, oh, is it more expensive than America? I can really only compare to New York because, of course, like America's massive and there's like all different areas, but New York City itself was not very affordable, obviously. Oh my God, I see a rainbow. Oh, I don't know. Can you see it? There's a rainbow to the left of the palm tree. Oh my gosh, battery just died. But I think I was saying that New York versus Sydney, and the other thing is it definitely feels a lot safer here. It's definitely less violence and crimes. I don't know, I feel like the US is a bit whack right now just with everything going on. And yeah, I won't get too into it, but you know what I mean. There's just things happening every day over there. And here, yes, things happen, but generally I just feel safer. And then of course there's a lot more to do. So like more like fun things that are different. So here it's a huge morning culture. So I mentioned like I'm just not a morning person. I've said that so many times. And here I have become one, but I'm still not even a morning person for Sydney. So like now I wake up at 6:37. Whereas the morning people here wake up at like 4:35, and it's completely normal to hang out with someone at like 6:30 a.m. So when I first got here, I was like, what do you mean when someone told me that? But I regularly get asked to do things like, hey, do you want to go for a sunrise walk, a sunrise swim? Do you want to go to this run club, workout class? It is totally normal to have social plans, coffee, obviously, before you go to work. And so that's probably the biggest cultural difference, honestly. And it's really cool. I'm still not a morning person in the sense where like, just because I'm up doesn't really mean I want to talk to people that early. I could share some funny stories also about like things I've committed to in the morning and I've been like, oh, why am I here? But yeah, always committing to things and then I kind of have to go. I don't know, it's just fun. There's more stuff to do outdoors, which is really nice. And I mean, I'm not gonna stay here forever probably, just because it's so far, but do I like Sydney better for a lot of reasons? Yes. Do you get homesick? So that's a good transition. I don't know. It's weird. It's like I'll have FOMO about certain things that I see other people doing, like missing friends' weddings and stuff. That's hard. Or when everyone's in our hometown again, like all my high school friends, I wish I was there, stuff like that. But then I just think to myself, would I rather be there for more than like this few hours? Like, would I rather be back in New York or wherever in the US? And I'm just like, no. So it kind of passes. It'll be maybe like a hard night or something where I'm missing something. And then I also just missed at first just hanging out with old friends and sitting on the couch and just like talking about nothing. Because when I first got here, it was really formal plans. I was making new friends. I couldn't just be like, do you want to come over and watch reality TV? You know, like it had to be, do you want to go to dinner and drinks? And it was, or do you want to wake up at 6 a.m. and meet me for a run? Like it was always these events. And so I'm in the place now where I have friends that I can just like chill with, which is really nice. So I was homesick about that too for a little bit. Like I just missed my casual, low effort friendships that I had. And then I missed my family too. Time is flying and it doesn't feel like I've been here for almost a year. So yes, it's hard, but that's, I guess, part of like pushing yourself and living somewhere new. And then 2 more questions. So what's been keeping you so busy that you haven't made a video? That's a fair question. I don't know. I think it's a combination of things. I think what I'm getting here and I'm making all these new friends. I don't know how comfortable I feel putting them online, putting myself online, oversharing. It was just kind of hard, and that's like what I was doing. If I wasn't in school, I was like out kind of doing these plans and stuff. So it was just hard to be able to show things. I think I'm getting into a place now where I can do that more. And I don't know what the next step is. I guess like if you're watching this and you want to see videos and you care, let me freaking know. The whole reason I'm recording this video today actually is because someone messaged me on Instagram and was like, I love your YouTube videos. Why don't you post anymore? And I was like, yeah, I should. So if anyone is interested and wants to see anything specifically, let me know, but it's definitely not going to be as frequent as it was when I was in New York, because now that I'm in school full time, it's pretty hard to have time to do that. And then, like I said, maintain all these new friendships because you want to say yes to all these plans. And then additionally, I'm working on a whole project, which I kind of buried the lead on that. I'm working on creating my own app. So that's really the big reason why it has been so time consuming over here, is if I'm not in school and doing schoolwork and making these friends, like I said, then I'm working on this app like full time. And it's basically an app that is book related and it's for book tracking and it supports local bookstores. So I'm really excited about that. I don't have much more to share right now. I am in an accelerator program for it. What that means is I meet every week with other people that are really early in their startup. You have to like interview for it, and it's like a program where they pick 10 teams. Yeah, we meet every week, and I just graduated from that program and now I'm applying to more programs, I think. We'll see. And those exist all over the world. So who knows where that can take me one day. Yeah, I'm just moving that along, and I would love to talk about that more, but right now it's sort of a nothing burger. It's just, well, it's not a nothing burger, it's there, but there's nothing I can share yet. But if you're a reader, follow at bookish.app on Instagram, or if you're not a reader and you just want to stay involved. Last question, will you keep uploading? I don't know, kind of like I mentioned, I'm wondering maybe it's more like a monthly recap, just sort of showing what I've done recently, and maybe it's a more like fun, fast-paced video rather than like a daily vlog. Like maybe it's more kind of categorizing different parts of life here and then throwing it together. I don't know, maybe I should ask my friend Marissa. I'll put her channel. She's also an Australian YouTuber, well, American, who's now vlogging here and stuff, and she just makes her videos really fun and like casual and low pressure. So maybe I can get some inspo from her. I don't know, open to all thoughts and suggestions. But I think that's it for today. So comment if you have any questions, and I'm excited to be back into this. Again, it's not going to be every day that I'm picking up my vlog camera, but I do want to document things and get back into this community because I feel like everyone that comments my videos is always super nice and I really appreciate it. So thanks for watching, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.